Tonight's show is called Border Babies, but there's so much stuff going on. Let's see, all right. Oh, why is this over here? All right, this going over here. I want to just remind you of what the Democratic mayors, Democratic mayors and no governors, Denver, Chicago, New York City, what they were saying in 2020, early 2024. So here we go. Watch.
We have this international crisis that really requires federal intervention that local government is being asked to subsidize. Local government is not designed or built to handle such a crisis.
Definitely both a humanitarian crisis for the migrants that are arriving, and it is creating a fiscal crisis for the city.
I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City.
In 2018, New York City spent roughly $258 million to fund its immigration services, adjusted for inflation. By fiscal year 2023, the city had spent $1.47 billion servicing those seeking asylum. The city of Chicago spent over $194 million on its new arrivals mission since October 2022. Denver is estimated to have spent between $36.3 million to $39.1 million on migrant support services in 2023.
The three biggest items for expenses for new arrivals is housing, education, and healthcare. And they're all three high-ticket items.
The idea that we could have a generous system of welfare benefits from health to education and so on, and allow the entire world to access those benefits is just mathematically impossible. So we're starting to see the math not adding up in state after state.
The sheer volume of newly arrived migrants is a major reason behind the city's struggles. In fiscal year 2022, just over 817,000 new cases were filed in immigration courts across the U.S. That number exploded to nearly 1.5 million new cases the following fiscal year. The particular background of current migrants also plays a role.
The secret sauce of migration has worked in the past is that people would come and they would not depend on the city and state for settling them. They would depend on their social network. It seems in this case, many of the people coming in are coming where there are not such inbuilt connections. Venezuelans which is the largest source of nationality of the new migrants. It's particularly true that they don't have inbuilt connections. They're not, Venezuelan communities are long standing. So they therefore, in the absence of private source of comfort for them, then they become dependent on the states and the city.
Well, first off, the money is being spent, because if the money isn't spent, then we're all dead, because what happens when you have absolutely no means? You kill, you rob, you rape. So to protect us, the number, what they did to spend just goes to show that there's contracts out there of each city's friends. Hey, hotels, food. Here, inflate the cost of the food for the migrants. And we were paying how much? $400 a night in a hotel for them?
$210 a night.
Why not? Yeah, $210 a night. Why not guarantee? Why couldn't they spend $99 a night and guarantee those rooms be kept for X amount of times, where the hotels didn't have to worry about the maids?
Because spending $99 a night would not make any money for the hotels.
Well, no, if you don't need daily laundry, you don't need daily maid service, you don't need a lot of that stuff. You don't need to worry about advertising. You don't need to worry about getting people through the door. Then your overhead costs are cut.
Okay, but your premise is all fundamentally flawed.
Well, I'm saying that these politicians also have ins with their friends to give them inflated prices.
Yeah, but if Biden didn't let it happen.
Oh yeah, that I know already.
But that's the whole basic bottom line. By allowing the migration of these people, it has destroyed these cities.